Hey guys, thanks for checking out another one of my videos here on the mini snowcat build. So far everything's progressed really nicely on the build, and I've reached a point now where I'm going to start to weld up the frame as it is. Everything's kind of where I want it to be, with exception of course for the front drive motor plates. I haven't received those motors yet. They're going to be coming in sometime next week. That's January 6th. I think that's Wednesday. So once those come in, I'll be able to get these front plates locked in place. But until then, I'm going to just work my way around the rest of the frame and get it welded. Alright, well I've reached the first thermal cycle on the Hobart welder there. I'm running it at 180 amps with the .035 wire, and yeah, it puts out a lot of current. So much so that my ground clamp is actually starting to smoke and catch fire. So I'm going to fix that while I wait for the machine to cool down. But yeah, things are starting to come together nicely. Quite pleased with how everything's working out so far. But yeah, I'm going to keep going here. And once I get everything that I can reach with it in this position, so that would be all of the top of the horizontal surfaces, and I can usually do the vertical welding downward. That seems to work fairly well, but then after that it kind of falls apart. So I'll flip it over upside down and then weld everything from that direction as best as I can, and then, well, yeah, go from there. Anyway, so that's the old lug on the ground lead for the welder. It was pretty much toasted, a lot of heat going through there, a lot of current. So just to save what remains of my grounding clamp, I just decided to go with the path of least resistance here, so it's just bolted right onto the chassis now, and shouldn't have any more issues with that. Well, machine thermaled out again, but still making good progress on the welds here. Coming together, not too bad. Get into some of the tighter spots there, and everything else that's just on the other side. So I'll wait for it to come back to life, and then I'll keep welding everything up here. Okay, well, I've got everything welded on the chassis except for the two motor mounts there and there. So I'm gonna get that last piece of angle for the front for the winch mount, and then once I get that in place, I'm going to just start to coat the whole bottom side of the machine with some paint. But I'll do another video for that. But for right now, before I get to that, I'm going to take the front track assembly apart and then just finish welding around here. I don't want to start melting anything with the heat. in there, and then same thing around there, so I'll do that on both tracks, and that'll be pretty much it for the finish welding. And yeah, I'll keep going with the rest of the build from there. But once it's in paint, then I can start to really get things installed on there more permanently. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I took the angle cutoffs that were there and I just added them in there. It's always useful to have those little scraps laying around just to use as little gussets and reinforcements. So, well, this is it for now. I've finished welding everything up on here. I've also welded up the front supports for the track. That was a little stinky, all the smoke from the grease. Had to have the garage door open, but fortunately it's only sitting around 0 right now, so it's pretty decent weather for that. Other thing I ended up doing was just drilling out these motor mount holes so I can use these conical shaped bolts. And those will be inset into the plate there quite nicely. And I did manage to get, I didn't use that piece of it. I used a piece of 3/16 and a piece of 1/4 inch flat bar for the front. I did remove that one piece of 1/2 inch threaded rod, so that's done for now. I haven't welded it in place yet. I'm not going to paint around that area until I get those motors in, and I can make sure everything's going to fit properly. But yeah, that's about it. I'm going to move on to another video where I'm just going to sit up and do a coat of paint on all of the bottom surfaces, and then that way I can get this thing flipped over and just start to leave it on the track sliders from there on. And that's about it. Yeah, it's looking pretty slick. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.